We've tried our best to delay these outbreaks.
As the new year begins, COVID-19 case counts are surging in remote Canadian communities, prompting travel restrictions and increased health measures in the areas in an attempt to bring the infection rates down. Ontario and Manitoba are among those seeing increases in COVID-19 infections in several of the province's remote First Nations communities. Dr. Michael Patterson, Nunavut's chief public health officer, announced strict territory-wide public health measures will now remain in place until January 17th. In a statement released on January 2nd, Dr. Patterson says, as we see our case numbers continue to climb, we're experiencing intense strain on our healthcare system, staff, and those working in COVID response. Please remain patient and kind as there will be continued delays. Everyone is working tirelessly and deserves our thanks and appreciation. Dr. Patterson adding, restrictions on essential travel only will remain in place for Aravat, Igloolik, Iqaluit, Pangnirtung, Rankin Inlet, and Sanarijak.
As we speak, we're seeing Omicron impacting all of our communities. It's quite concerning.
Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs Grand Chief Arlen Dumas acknowledges the regional chiefs and First Nations pandemic response team for all the proactive measures they have taken to keep people safe. Dumas notes the remote First Nations communities are more adversely impacted by the virus than other communities because of long-standing issues of lacking infrastructure and limited access to healthcare services, which increase bad health outcomes for First Nations people who contract COVID-19. Dumas adding, these long-standing issues of systemic racism are aiding in the virus's rapid spread.
If our populations get sicker in our communities, unfortunately, they're going to have to come down south because there's no hospitals up north. There's no places for people to be looked after. So they're going to come down here to Winnipeg, and then that's going to inundate the system.
Right now, we have about 56 households on isolation, which is about half of a community.
Lefty Kaminuwataman, chief of Bearskin Lake First Nation in Ontario, says COVID is ripping through his community, infecting babies, children, and adults, with numbers going up daily. Bearskin Lake declared a state of emergency on December 30th, and as of Tuesday, Kaminuwataman says there are more than 174 positive COVID cases, which is almost 50% of the total population. Kaminuwataman says his fly-in community's infrastructure has been crippled by COVID, and he is down to less than 20 local volunteers working sun up to sundown, delivering food and fuel to keep people fed and warm who are in isolation.
Anxiety is real high. Manpower on the front lines is just was depleted, and I think it's going to get worse.
Kaminuwataman is imploring the Canadian government to send in military support immediately to help his community. As for Dumas, he worries after all the deaths, lockdowns, restricted freedoms, and hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent battling COVID-19 in First Nations communities in Manitoba, the long-standing issues of systemic racism that require change before the pandemic won't be here when the pandemic is over, he says.
Nothing has changed here, and despite our best efforts to try and show a way forward and to actually bring forward solutions that will benefit not only First Nations, but everybody in the province, the status quo remains after 2 years, and it's quite shocking.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.